Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're all doing good. And I'm doing pretty good. When this goes up, I will be live on Twitch. And this story's kind of random, pretty funny, and overall just kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get right into this video. So this all starts off in the lovely year of 2022. And I'm just having a good time. I wake up, I get ready, put on a nice ass fit. Well, middle schoolers can't really dress, so kind of a mismatching fit. But other than that, it was a pretty decent fit. But I go to school. That school day goes pretty normal. Having a good time. I'm in class. Go to sleep. I get faded. The usual. And it doesn't start off until I get on my school bus. So I get on my school bus and I'm just talking to my friend group. We sat in the back of the bus. We were kind of badass kids. I feel bad for our bus driver. Bus driver had to deal with us. But, I'm just talking to them and this other dude, I wasn't really close with him, but I still talk to him once in a while. And he knew one of my other friends that I was actually pretty close with at the time. So I'm just like, um, I'm just talking to him and he just brings up his name. I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. That's my boy. That's my dog right there. He's like, yo, he's a bitch. I'll beat his ass. I'm like, there's no way he's being for real. Cause I thought he was genuinely joking. I'm like, got a problem with him or something? He's like, well, in elementary school, man, he used to bully me. He used to like do some stuff to me and low key, man, I beat his ass, bro. He's so soft. He hits like a bitch. He hits like a girl. I'm like, oh, word. So, I call my homeboy up and I'm just like, yo, bro, this dude, which for the sake of this video, his name is Anthony. So I'm like, yo, bro, you know Anthony? He's like, yeah, I know Anthony. He's that white boy, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, what's up? Like, I haven't heard about him in a while. I'm like, well, he's talking mad shit about you right now. He's like, word, put him on the phone. And I put him on the phone and he just starts going back. They start going back and forth. He starts going off on this like, bro, you're soft. I beat you up. You're so fucking pussy. Like he just started talking shit. Like started talking and talking and talking. He's like, you hit like a bitch. And my homeboy, he wasn't really trying to take that disrespect. But he did less talking and more like, yo, all right, let's fade it out. Come on. Let's fight. Come on. Let's run the ones. And then, when we get off the bus, we start walking, and my homeboy is at the bus stop, just like, "We gonna run the fade right here?" And then, Anthony, he kinda had some strict parent like, not strict parents, but his parents were a bit on the call police type. So, he was just like, "Hey, I don't really want to do it here. Like, I'll come out a little later and we could run the ones." At everyone, I swear, everyone was like, damn, this dude's a straight bitch. He's not gonna do shit. Like, this dude's all talk. Like, he just talked all that shit just for what? He's like, bro, I promise y'all, I'm gonna come out. And I'm like, all right, I think he'll keep his word for it. And then, we wait a bit. I go home, I change, I eat, I come out, and my homeboy and one of our two other homeboys pop out. My other homeboy, for the sake of this video, his name is Edward. Bro, Edward had a truck. He had everything. He had everything for us to prepare. So he scooped us up, and which was kind of not necessary, but it was fun, bro. It was some fun ass times, and without even fucking mentioning this, we fucking lived in the same neighborhood. Like we lived in the same fucking place. So he really didn't have to pull out the truck, but it was some fun ass times. Driving at that time was pretty fun. But come out, picks us up, and we go to the other dude's house and we knock on his door. And then he comes out ready, bro. He's like, all right, come on, let's go do this shit. And we go with him. We go to the park and they're already talking shit in the back. They're just like, shut the fuck up. Like I'll my boy, he's just like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'll beat your ass. And Anthony's just back there. He's like, man, you not shit. I'll beat the fuck out of you. And this shit's getting already pretty tense. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Anthony, if you're watching this video, cool dude. But I kinda had a feeling you'd lose, which spoiler alert, kind of lost pretty bad. But we get to our park and they're squaring up, and I pull out my phone and I record, and I wish I could put a clip of it in here, but because of YouTube and because of what he says at the end, y- YouTube kind of wouldn't let me. But I'm recording, and it's honestly a pretty fucking funny fight, bro. They're both just kind of trying to tackle each other to the ground, and they were kind of equal at that time. I'm not gonna lie. Until my homeboy drops him on the fucking floor and just starts hammering him. Starts hammering him. Just starts beating his ass. And then it was not a fucking pretty sight, bro. This shit, he was getting his shit rocked. I can't even lie. Like, it was kind of funny, but I knew it was gonna get a little too serious. But my homeboy, he just like pounding on his face, and he just starts saying, "You want to keep talking shit? You want to keep talking shit?" And Anthony, he is white as snow. He just pulls out the phrase, "You've been talking shit for fucking 2 years." And the final word, ninja. Think of it like that. I'm not gonna say the actual word because YouTube take it down and I'm gonna get canceled. But think of the word. And everyone, everyone was fucking shocked. Everyone was just gasping, and they just started bursting out laughing. And Anthony just runs and he just starts crying. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt bad, so I kind of checked up on dude. I'm like, "Yo, you okay, bro?" And he's just like, "No, bro, I just got my ass beat." I'm not gonna lie, man. I almost started laughing so hard, but I contained myself. And I checked up with my other boy. I'm like, "Damn, you good, bro?" He's like, "Obviously, man. I beat the fuck out of him." And we're just we're just there, and the dude just starts. Anthony just runs home. I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And everyone there's just like, "Boy, I'm about to beat the fuck out of that white dude. Fuck is he saying the N word for?" And my homeboy, he's just like, "Man, I should have slapped the fuck out of him for saying that." And overall, bro, it was just so fucking crazy, and it was so funny. But my bad for keeping y'all on the short story. I promise y'all next story is gonna be longer. And I promise y'all it's gonna be a little better. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Overall, it was a pretty funny story. It was kind of crazy at the time. And it was just kind of funny looking back. Both of them ended up being okay. Anthony recovered. He never even had any scratches or anything. And my homeboy, he felt happy he won that shit. But yeah, guys, like I said, when this goes up, I will be live on Twitch. I'll leave that in the description. And yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Peace.